Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me here at the Galaxy with God Love Notes. Of course, I really want to thank you all for being a part of my journey, a part of my soul tribe, a part of this family. I really appreciate you, one and all. Forgive me, collective, doing my own thing, trying to get things done, but that still is not an excuse. But I do apologize for not posting as often as I should have. Um, gonna get into the reading when I get back into the groove. I'm gonna be doing a general reading for the collective just to see what comes out. Okay, I got truth, and as I said before, the truth is the first card that came out, and I have higher self activation. So with this truth that came out, you could have taken off your rose colored glasses. You could have removed it. So you're seeing things exactly how it's supposed to be. You're no longer in that facade, believing things that's not there. You're seeing things exactly how it is supposed to be. The fears, limitation, self, what do I call it? You doubting yourself, not sure if you're able to do something, but this fear and everything is gone. I have cycle and completion. You have gone through a phase of your life where you have seen so much, done so much, and now able to activate yourself. I have higher self activation. You remove all the masks that could ever cover your truth. I don't know why I want to say truth, but these masks are now removed. You're now seeing things clearly. You could even be on a twin flames journey. I have awakening. So you have awakened to a new way of thinking, a new life, a new set of morals, a new set of values. You are now understanding things exactly. The hardest thing is when you're chosen to see something by the divine. Not everybody can see the same thing or the same vision or the same message. You're the only one who is there, who can see it. Even if you tell others, they might not even believe you because it is so hard to comprehend, much less to accept. But this is your faith because God gives you this vision of sight to see things beyond the facade. You're no longer bounded or spellbound by fear, confusion, limitations, limits that society place on you. You're no longer under that spell. You could be remembering who you are here for and who you're here to be. In other words, the doubt, the fear, the lack mindset is now behind you. Yeah. You could be dreaming a lot, or someone wants to send messages to you through your dreams. Who could this be? Who wants to send a message? Hmm. It seems as if someone who is in a really toxic energy, bound by their own fears, someone who is possibly the opposite of you, as you have released the fear, the limitation, but someone is completely bound by their own thoughts, their own ways. Nothing else? Because they're mostly in their ego, attracting things, people, situation that is not of their highest good. So that's the reason they're coming up as being toxic. Someone is not letting go of old things. They're hoarding onto stuff that is supposed to be long gone. Whatever they're holding on was supposed to be a lesson, but they're still holding on to the lesson and it's not becoming a blessing. As those are things that you're supposed to learn and grow from but people are still holding on to old things that is not going to make them be elevated. So they are still locked at the bottom of the barrel because of their own mindset. I have gratitude and family. So you could be giving thanks to God for removing this mask that was surrounding you, this false belief, this false persona, whatever you had you bound at one point, you could have taken this off as you have completed a cycle. The cycle of you, or the season of you being manipulated by negative things, people, situation is long gone. You have walked through all that fire, and it feels as if you're coming through nicely and fairly. Yes, you're separating yourself from those things. You're no longer bound, as I said, no longer in that old mindset. Yeah, you're walking away, you're packing your suitcase, leaving all those negative times, negative people, negative feelings, feeling like you want to be upset with someone, feeling hateful towards someone, feeling disgust by someone. You are leaving all those negative feelings behind because you are now feeling like a brand new person. With the cycle completion, you have completed your fair share of negativity, your fair share of faith, your fair share of hurt. You are now walking into a brand new season. Yes, you're walking into a brand new season, and this season could be you meeting or reuniting with a soulmate, soul tie. You're releasing, surrendering the old to accept the new. Messages, suffering. So you could suffer in silence for a long time, or this could be someone else. It could be the person who wants to send you a message. Maybe they're not bold enough to come forward, so they're trying to send you the message in your dream state. So yeah, so someone could be suffering in silence. This could be your energy too, suffering in silence because you possibly can't even tell anyone what you're going through. So you have to take control of the situation. You have to be your own best friend, thinking it over, talking it over to me, myself, and I. So you could be in that situation where you can't even trust to talk to people about your issues. So I have the moon and the dark night. You could be going through the dark night of the soul, what keeping secret, not wanting anyone to know exactly what you're going through. In your deep emotion, I have water energy here, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Yeah, so you could be trying to balance yourself out. You know, when you change is not easy. Transformation is hard because you're leaving from an old self, just like the butterfly, they change from stages. So when for people to change, they have to go through painful seasons to be who they want to be. Might not be an immediate thing. You might be sitting there for a long time before change can come, but eventually it will. And then you will turn out into a beautiful butterfly. But the stages of the butterfly, you're starting from the egg, you turn into a larva, you turn into an, the different stages. So it's painful to go through stages, but regardless, keep moving forward. Final words. I promise I won't be long. I promise myself I won't be long. What are the messages? Any final words? Anything I need to know? Yeah, so avoid anything, people, situation that creates a trigger for you. Anything that is not harmonious with your energy. Try now using your intuition. Avoid conflict at all costs because it's not going to make you feel peaceful. Anyone coming into your life with conflict and trouble, leave them alone. I have ancestor guides. You could be guided, or you could be taken. You could have been taken out of a situation, a relationship, something. You could have been taken out of this for your own peace of mind. Anything else? Yeah, for you to learn self worth. You were taken away from a situation. Could be a person, could be even your job, could be something. But whatever you were taken from by your angels or your ancestors or your spirit guides, you were taken away for you to grow, to know your worth, to know your self worth, be able to set your own expectation and work towards a particular goal. Whatever this is, no need to regret your past, because your past has now shaped you into who you are supposed to become. So don't be angry of things that you had to go through, because all those were stepping stone towards where God wants you to be. As I said, change is never easy. There is always something that you might resent, not want to do, not wanting to do, in other words. But once you do it, the other side of fear is going to be success. So you have to distance yourself from anything, anyone that is going to discourage you from who you're supposed to be. Leave everything, everyone behind, because you have a personal journey to go on. And God has already shown you who you are, what you're supposed to do. God allows you to remove this old glasses, rose colored glasses from your eyes so you're able to see, removing the facade, no longer limiting yourself regarding what you can do or who you want to become. As God shows you exactly with the higher self activation, you were activated to see beyond the extraordinary. I'll take two more cards. Yes. So this was an offering that you got. It was a blessing. You were offered a brand new lens. This was thrown away. This confusion, illusion were all thrown to the door. You were offered a new gift. And this gift that you now have, you will no longer be in an illusion. You are going to be prone to these illusions or whatever negativity is thrown to you, because you're going to see it firsthand. Because whatever this was that had you not sure as to how to go forward, who you are, what to do, it feels like the divine has removed any blockage from your intuition. Two more and I'm done. Thank you. Two more. One. Final card. Two. They fall on top of each other. Yeah. I have transformation, Pluto energy, solid foundation, structure. So you have gone through a transformation, just like the butterfly I mentioned earlier. You were transformed from the darkness into light. And with this solid foundation, you know who you're supposed to trust going forward, because the veil of deception that was removed from your eyes, you're no longer gonna be captive by illusion. I'm gonna leave it there. But thanks again, collective, for joining me here at the Galaxy with God Love Notes. If you resonate with what I'm saying, please let me know in the comment. But again, bye.